Hello, angels. How are you guys? Natija here. Okay. So, this is for a collective that has been feeling very alone and unsupported, but the collective that is the supporter. Okay. A collective that feels like people are always asking for things. Maybe you guys also work in service here. Some of you guys are readers yourself, or there is a sense of needing to support people and your life feeling really, really imbalanced. A struggle with supporting yourself, feeling like never ending work here. Okay, we're going to go ahead, okay, and get some messages from spirit. I'm going to go ahead and pull and see which spirit guide wants to support us with this message today here, okay, or which energy wants to support us here to get a message here. We have two that came out. Thank you, spirit. We have the inner child talking and the higher self talking coming up here. Okay. Whew, this energy, I can already feel it. Thank you, spirit. Please be with us. I'm going to start with some tarot here and see what messages they have for this collective and see what, tarot messages are coming out for you guys here. Okay. Thank you, spirit. All right. For this collective, message for this collective. Thank you, spirit. Message for this collective. I'm hearing heart chakra blocks. I'm also hearing rewind, and I'm hearing that song. It's like there's this song that it's like every time you're in like a bar or an event space. I'm from Brooklyn, okay, you guys, and this is like a very like New York City core song, okay, but it's like, if you got $100 bill, put your hands up. Got $100 bill, put your hands up. Single ladies, I can't hear y'all. Okay, so picking up, maybe you guys really like to dance. Maybe you guys, you're actually like the life of the party. You guys are a good time, but you have not felt like that. You guys, some of you guys have kids. Okay, some of you guys don't. Some of you guys don't. Have kids here, but I'm definitely picking up like whatever it is. It's interesting because my younger sister just texted me. Whatever it is here, it feels like Stella needs to get their groove back here. And a lot of you guys, you're really struggling to believe that you will ever get your groove back here. I couldn't even find the freaking Spotify. I'm a part of this collective too, you guys. So we're doing a reading for all of us here. But let's go ahead. There definitely is a sacred disconnect. The song is Be Faithful by Fat Man Scoop, okay, and the Crooklyn Clan. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what tarot messages want to come up here. Some of you guys are really sensitive in your body right now. Maybe there's teeth sensitivity, like a lot of body sensitivity. Some of you guys may feel like you're getting sick in some way here. Okay, or I'm hearing like, appetite changes, dehydration. Okay, oof. Okay, I'm telling you, like, the energy is like really, really sensitive here. Single ladies. All right, let's see what spirit is talking about here. It's like so many adjustments. So we have the Seven of Pentacles coming up with the Five of Pentacles here, okay, and coming up with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's that overgiving type of energy. That is that imbalanced energy here, okay, and we do have a lot about money. So some of you guys, there is financial imbalance coming up here, okay, so interesting. We have literally five. Okay, that's crazy. We have 5, 6, and 7, but it came up 5, 7, 6. So this is like this energy of like out of order. There's this out of order energy here. Okay, actually look up angel number 576. Let me see if I have my angel number book here. Okay, it's up there. Let me go ahead and grab my angel number book real quick and see what that says, but also do your own research. There's so many interpretations. I'm telling you, some of you guys have things falling. Some of you guys, maybe you're frustrated with things. Maybe, you're just like, I'm hearing like throwing clothes on the floor, or just like throwing something into a closet. Like there's this energy of like, I feel like you guys are like holding in a lot of yourself or your truth, or like maybe it's even if you're expressing yourself, it feels like people aren't hearing you. You feel really pushed out. Okay. So there's these really tough blocks right now here. Okay, so let's look up the Angel Numbers book by Mystic Michelle. 576 coming out here. Thank you, spirit. Yeah, single ladies, I can't hear y'all. Okay, we have teachers. Wow. Okay, so it says teachers there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says reflect on the lessons learned. You are being confronted with teachers everywhere you go. These may be new friends, strangers who approach you, or difficult coworkers. Wow. Your ability to perceive all these people as linked to lessons to be tested. Write about a lesson you've learned from a teacher. So whoever is really, I'm hearing like whoever is irritating you guys really, this is time to take a step back, and I'm actually going to go deeper and see like who these teachers are. I'm even going to pull some zodiac signs for you guys here, okay? And I really want to see who these teachers are that spirit is talking about for you guys here, okay? In your reality. But I'm picking up like anyone that's felt like it's been irritating from you, you know, taking from you. I'm hearing spirit is like, think about what they have been showing you, okay? What they have been taking here. This is really pushing you guys to really look within here, okay? I feel super all over the place right now, if that isn't obvious. So I may just use this here. Let's just use what's here right now here. I'm also picking up maybe you guys have a zodiac sign or a friend. Okay, so maybe it doesn't have to just be people irritating you. It could be someone giving you like direct advice at this time here. Okay, I'm only going to use, but this one feels so high vibrational. Okay, I'll use both. Yeah. Let's see some zodiac sign. Okay. Okay, Spirit wanted to speak here. All right, so this is not really a zodiac sign, but we have within the next few days, okay? But we also have 7 coming out here, okay? So the 7th zodiac, I believe. Oh God, I'm gonna forget here. We have Aries, Taurus. What is Libra? The 7th zodiac is Libra. The 7th house is ruled by Libra. A Libra could be significant here, okay? Or within the next few days here. I feel like there's this energy of clarity coming. Okay, who are these teachers? What's the zodiac of some of these teachers here, Spirit, in this collective's reality? It's interesting because it's 7 minutes. So 7 is a big, we have 3 7s. So 777 is coming up here. There definitely is an energy of like healing around marriage, partnership here, okay? Relationships are coming up here, okay? But 7 usually talks about divine counterpart union, okay? Relationship energy, but union. I'm hearing I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Okay, I just got like a major download. Okay, whoa. I have Scorpio energy here. I'm getting Cancer energy here. Coming out a lot of water signs. So water sign energy is coming out. We have fire sign energy. We have more okay, actually, yeah, Leo, we have Cancer, and we have Gemini energy coming up here. Okay, Leo, Cancer, Gemini here. I'm seeing heavy Scorpio energy. I'm seeing Virgo energy here. Okay, coming out here. And I believe that's Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius energy coming up here. We have the numbers. We have 2s. We have 222, which is another indicator for love and relationships. We have 8. Okay, so that's Scorpio energy. The 2nd zodiac is Taurus. Okay, yeah, heavy Cancer energy is coming out here. Just get one more. Some of you guys want to know if you do have a twin flame, or if someone in your mind or someone that you're dealing with that's in your heart is a twin flame. The answer is yes. And I feel like your twin flame is going through this really irritating time with people around them as well. People taking their energy, people not taking this, or putting too much responsibility that's not theirs on their plate here, okay? There are these like, okay, so what I'm getting is that you are a light worker and your divine counterpart is a light worker. And I'm hearing that quote that with people pleasers, the thing about people pleasers is actually a lot of times the people they love the most, actually end up getting the least. Okay, so I'll give you an example. My mom, was a Libra. I'm a Libra moon here, okay, which the shadow energy is people pleaser. And my mom was a people pleaser, okay, to a degree, to the people around her. Well, she was very much a big people pleaser when I was younger. And some of you guys could have Libra placements watching this. The older that I got, the more resentful my mom got, okay? And who got that hand of the stick? Like, a lot of that people pleaser mentality came up in work. It came up in, like, in her relationship with my dad here. So the people who, she loved, herself and her kids. Like, we got the least of her energy. You know what I mean? Like, everyone would be like, your mom's so amazing. And she wasn't horrible. My mom's, she is amazing. It's just that, like, the percentage of her amazingness, we only got like a very small portion than everyone else would get. Anyone who called my mom, any family member, like, my mom was there, but like, with us, we saw a lot of my mom's exhaustion, and that did not just come from work. It's one thing, it's like if it just did, but it came from, toxic relationships. It came from, toxic friendships. It came from people asking my mom for money and her over giving and sending money back to the country. It came from a lot of those lack of boundaries. Okay. So I feel like you guys definitely have a bit, some of you guys, you could have immigrant parents, or there is an energy of POC. There definitely is a sense of a lack of privilege here. And, a lack of grounding, especially with this Five of Pentacles. Okay. So there is this wolf, there is this like lone wolf energy here. Okay, there is this sense here of like, some of you guys, you really feel very, very disconnected. You feel really disconnected from friends. Let's say, like, even if someone calls you, it feels like everyone else is in a completely different reality. There is something here about the cold. Okay, so I know lately I've been really needing a lot of cold, and I think it's because like the AC up, like, other than heat, it's honestly not that hot where I am. I'm on the East Coast, but I think it's like I've been feeling really claustrophobic, okay, coming up here. So I feel like there is this energy right now of like depletion. Some of you guys are like not really vibing with humans too much. It's in two different ways. It's like there's this feeling of, it's like an anxious avoidance. It's like in some ways you do feel lonely, okay, but like I'm also hearing like being around the people that you're around right now may either make you feel lonelier or really disconnected. Okay, and this is not obviously the vibration that this is not your highest vibration. This is not, these, I'm hearing like people aren't making you feel like a higher vibration. So I feel like right now you guys honestly and truly, in this reality, it feels like, and it's feeling weird to say this, it's feeling really, really weird to say this, but it feels like your vibration is the highest vibration right now, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. You guys have learned so much about yourself on this journey. I feel like you have learned about your wisdom. You've had a spiritual awakening. You've, learned about your talents. You've learned about your interests, and you're still learning. But I feel like you guys have learned with the Seven of Pentacles here that in this time period, okay, of this journey, these trials, these tribulations, you have learned that you have a beautiful, abundant universe within you here. Okay, I'm hearing big fish in a small pond. You have a beautiful, abundant, vibrant, gorgeous universe. Some of you guys, you do have platforms here. Okay, social media platforms, or you guys, like, you get signs that your vibration is really high. There's so much here with animals. So I'm hearing how animals respond to you. Like, people really feel safe with you. How people, I mean, they're coming to you for a reason other than, what it is you physically have. Like, people are responding to that vibration, that high vibration here. Okay, this summer is going to be really, really transformational for you guys. But then we have the Six of Pentacles energy in the reverse, and I'm hearing Spirit saying, if we don't make you this uncomfortable with this timeline, when it is time for you to go, you will not go. So wherever you guys are right now, there is a move coming. Okay, there is a major, major, not a small decision, I mean a life-changing decision that you are on the precipice of. And Spirit is saying, if we do not make you uncomfortable, almost a little bit resentful, okay, and I'm not saying don't work through heart chakra, but I truly believe that love is honesty. If we don't make you feel like this, you're not going to go. You're not going to go. Okay, and I'm almost feeling like this ancestor. It's interesting, I got the higher self talking and I have the inner child talking. I feel like this higher self is a future version of yourself that is looking back to the situation right now. Okay, so it's like there's two of these versions. There's your inner child that's like looking at you now, but they're also seeing like, oh my God, I'm so excited because I know that we've manifested something and it's coming in and it's so cool, I'm hearing. And then there's also your higher self saying like, we've surpassed the situation. Okay. This is something that was in our past, and we've learned a lot of lessons, and we are no longer operating, one, in this lack of vibration, and two, with these lack of boundaries. And the same people that felt so comfortable reaching you, you were available to, you're going to be even less available. Like, literally, you're not going to be available to them at all. Okay, so there's this Six of Pentacles energy I'm still staring at here. I feel like you guys are really on the precipice of a union if you're not already in a union here, okay, or aligning with your twin flame. I'm being guided to just say union, a marriage, honestly, okay. I don't know if I mentioned I saw Gemini energy here, a marriage here, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of exhaustion, and it's like I'm seeing two people coming together and being very protective. I'm hearing of their cubs. You guys literally could be animals in past lives, but there is, other than this, obviously being an animal, there is just a huge connection. There is, you guys are so high vibrational, the people that I'm talking to, that you have such a strong connection to nature. That is such a good sign when nature starts calling you here, okay? There is a strong integration. I'm hearing the word integration because the way that your ancestors had to kind of connect with nature for signs and messages, and I'm hearing listen to the sounds of the wind, notice like, oh, it's raining, like get this, almost like, not almost, but seeing nature and the fluctuations of nature and your animals as divinatory. So getting messages from everything around you is what you guys have. I'm seeing cactuses too. Look at the spiritual meaning of cactuses. All right, so yeah, these teachers. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and see some messages of like what they're teaching you at this time here. Okay, you could be seeing birds as well, and we have the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay, and it says a situation or event is on the right track at this time. So it does feel like, even though you may feel like you're not on the right track, you are. I'm also channeling do what you want. Some of you guys, immediately I'm hearing the higher lesson to this is because you guys are still like, when it comes to the things you want to do, let's say you want to change a hair color, let's say you want to get a tattoo, okay, let's say you want to, I'm not even talking about something you have to spend a lot of money for or whatever, it depends on, I'm talking to a very broad collective. And it's interesting, we have master in the reverse, so I'm hearing like be the master of your reality. When it comes to the things you want to do, you are not going fast enough with it. That's what I'm hearing. So for example, let's say you're like, I want to buy a tarot deck, and it was interesting. I just had a client, and this was this conversation, and client was telling me that, yeah, but I'm waiting to be gifted one, that old school absolute nonsense, because people had to, there was a witch hunt, do things very sideways to practice. And I was just like, yeah, that's nonsense. Okay, no. I feel like it's because you guys still are not doing what you want to do. Let's say you want to dress in a certain way, or you want to, get rid of certain things, or you don't want to do something anymore. You're continuing to do it. And I'm even talking about small things, you guys. I mean, I'm not even talking about the big decision. I'm talking about like the little things. I'm talking about like, you want to post an Instagram post, but you leave it in your drafts. Or a TikTok post, you leave it in your drafts. I'm talking about, you don't really want to wear something, but you wear it anyway. You wear it anyway to please people. So there is this energy that it's like, if someone was to ask you for something, if someone was to do something for you, or like if someone was to like change your style or post something, like you are the biggest supporter. You are the person that supports. You have no problem doing it. If someone was to do something different, you are supporting them all the way. If someone was to, better themselves, make a move, you are like, yes, go ahead and do it. Even if you have an opinion about it, ultimately there is like a fear of people losing people or people being mad at you, so you're gonna like, absolutely, you're gonna be the first one to say I'm sorry, okay, even after argument, like you will surrender to them, but you do not surrender enough to yourself. And a lot of you guys are in twin flame separation, or you're attracting emotionally unavailable people, or people that's always busy or long distance, because these are also people that are surrendering so much to people in their life. That is what they have been groomed and raised to do. So you guys, a lot of you guys, like there's stuff that your body is calling you. They're like, hey, I want this, and you're just like, yeah, nah. Or your body is saying like, hey, I want to take, and you're like, yeah, no. But if someone was to come to your house, or if someone was to ask for something, immediately you're like, okay, yeah, 100%. Okay. I'm also hearing, I just heard, be in good company. Be in good company. Okay. And I'm hearing that's too hard. I'm hearing whenever it comes to you and what you want to do, it's always too hard. Whenever it comes to you, it's like always inconvenient. But when it comes to other people, it's not. Okay, and that's something that your guides are really paying attention to right now. And it's like this situation is really triggering you. It's like you're feeling pushed in a corner, you're feeling disrespected, you're feeling annoyed with people. Okay. But it's because they're guiding you. I was about to get so annoyed because I thought this was turning off, but it's because they're guiding you to like respect yourself more. Okay, so I'm being called to I'm gonna go into two more decks and then we're gonna get some final spirit guide messages here. I want to see what these lessons are that these people are teaching you. Okay. I just like pulled this deck. Interesting. This like fell out. It says within a few days. So I'm going to leave this here because Spirit is like within a few days. Like I'm telling you, they're saying the clarity is going to come. A shift is happening within a few days. You're not staying in this vibration. It's so interesting because my music playlist was on shuffle and the song that came up was My Girl by Diggy and Trevor Jackson. Okay, I'm telling you, a twin flame union is coming in. It's also 12:02 on my clock. Woke up angel number 12:02 and it's like 20 minutes here, okay? My Girl by Trevor Jackson, so it's, and Diggy. It's like, first off, let me apologize for all the other guys who didn't treat you right, girl. I'm telling you, when you guys shift into this unavailable era, when you make this major decision that you're about to make, there's a lot of spirits that's going to be unsettled because they have to face things that they have been avoiding. You know what Spirit is showing me? They're showing me this energy, and some of you guys, this literally could be significant. Trigger warning, because this may sound like some historical references, okay? But they're showing me this energy as if you guys, let's say someone has like bills piling up or someone has like, you know, issues at home or, you know, stuff like that. And some of these may not even be like worse issues, but I'm seeing people piling up at your house energetically. People, it's like, oh, okay, like another one's coming. They're like, hey, I'm really exhausted. Can I stay here? And it's like you guys barely have an inch of your house and you're like walking around uncomfortable and there's just people piling in. There's people piling in your home. Okay, and you barely have any space for yourself. People in your energy here, okay? I feel like, there was something in past lives or in your ancestral lineage that there was a lot of saviors. There was a lot of savior energy. And a lot of people who used to come to you when they're running from themselves. Some of you guys may have attracted friends who are not honest with themselves either. There's this running energy. Everyone's running from something. And you guys also have been running from yourself. These people has been something to run from yourself. But lately something has shifted where you have been recognizing, like, I'm actually pretty dope. Okay. And really vibing with yourself and vibing with your interests and like wanting people to connect with on that vibration. All right, so let's see what these lessons are. All in the reverse. Okay, so we have care and compassion coming up in the reverse here, Kuan Yin. Okay, this says, choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. So some of you guys, one of these lessons is you recognizing that, and I definitely know this relates to me so much, especially lately, that you have this care and compassion for things in the world, situations in the world, situations with humanity. Like I'm always speaking up about racial struggles around, injustice, around what's happening with, the Middle East and everything here, and Congo, and Gaza, and the people around me, honestly and truly, like may post about it, but they don't have as much passion. And I feel like something that you guys are recognizing is like, like these people around me don't have passion about the things that I have passion about change, about, I feel like even some of the things you guys have gone through in your life, okay, I'm hearing like you guys have gone through serious injustice and like maybe there's some people that they don't really want you talking about those things. Like it makes them super uncomfortable because it makes them uncomfortable. Maybe it brings up stuff for them or it makes them, or I'm hearing things like get over it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's something in y'all's reality that you're recognizing like, like I either don't have a people that's available or you just feel disconnected from people on a heart level from that. You also have infinite abundance coming up here, okay? That's Lord Ganesh. It's obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing here. I feel like there is an understanding of abundance that you guys have, and it's interesting with this humanity. I'm hearing it's not supposed to be this way. I feel like, because the thing about abundance, obviously, it's energetic. And abundance is not just about money, but abundance is about an energy and support. So it's like, I'm picking up, you guys may attract like a job, or you may attract like, a person, or friends, but like, there isn't, you don't feel the energy of spiritual abundance. So maybe a job, but you don't feel love in the room, or you don't feel morality in the room, or you may attract like money, or there's just this vibration that's like, there's a difference between just like money and like, I mean, there isn't a difference. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't separate it. But what we have been taught about success and money is it looks some way. And, for a lot of it, it looks quite empty or superficial. And I feel like you guys have so much abundance of wisdom and love and compassion and higher level understanding within you, that it's like, you don't just want something of money. You want something that feels like love, something that feels like freedom and flexibility, something that feels like healthy, a vibration. And I feel like maybe you guys have a lot of people in such a survival timeline that maybe they're not even attracting certain money, to do things that you want to do, or it just, there is a lack vibration, a lack consciousness, okay? And then we have experiencing grace in the reverse here, okay? So this is Paul the Venetian here. And this says, share your gifts with grace, waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So I feel like you guys have talents, you have dreams, you have gifts here, okay? This could be spirituality here. And the people in your immediate environment, maybe they don't support you enough. Okay, they're not like a direct support, or maybe they just don't have the same understanding of your gifts here. Okay, so, whether it's support or a lack of understanding, and this is something that is really, really painful for you guys. But again, with everything that's in reverse here, this is what Spirit is trying to teach you, okay, to turn around for yourself. Turn this around for yourself here, okay? So let's say, for example, like, we have expect miracles, the Holy Spirit. One, expect good karma, because you guys are like definitely owed good karma. So you are a miracle, so expect that miracle here, okay? Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So here's the thing that's happening here. Let's start with experiencing grace. Do you guys give yourself enough grace? Do you guys respect your own gifts? Remember what I said about posting. Remember what I said about, balance. Remember what I said. Do you guys celebrate your milestones? Do you tell yourself, I did a good job today? Do you guys actually acknowledge that for yourself? Let's see, care and compassion. You guys may care about humanity, but do you guys give yourself that love? And do you guys acknowledge, it may be like, I've been through so much, or I'm seeing these people go through so much. Do you guys acknowledge the hardship of what you have been through? And not just acknowledge it, forgive yourself and give yourself grace for that care and compassion. With infinite abundance, are you guys understanding that you are worthy of abundance? And with abundance, it's like anything that you want. That life experience, you are worthy of it, and you are meant to have it. Do you acknowledge that? Do you still feel shame around that? So this is what it is with expect miracles. It's like you have to expect because you are love. And literally we have Master Jesus. I knew Jesus was going to come out somehow because Mr. Jesus has been following me around here. Okay, we have forgiveness. And this says you are in the path of love, light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time here. Okay, so it's really interesting with Father healing coming out because so many people, the way people have been conditioned to believe that Jesus was the only God and that, God is a man and all these different things. God does not have a gender, but with Father healing, I feel like that's really important because especially when you think about the energy of man and what society has taught, not the energy of it, what society has taught people about man being the authority, man being, the person that you have to have validation from, the person you must seek approval from. With the Father healing here, okay, there is this energy. I almost like felt this energy of always like looking behind your back. There is this energy here of you guys forgiving yourself, and you guys also there's just this big energy where spirit wants you to be honest with yourself with the fact that your path was not easy. So whatever it is that you're super hard with yourself with, I feel like would expect miracles. Spirit is saying that they will help you. They are helping you here. You need to speak up to people. Okay, they are helping you. Yeah, we have higher learning in the reverse. So I feel like with higher learning in the reverse here, okay, this is really hard for me to say. I think it's maltrizectic. Okay, coming up, that could be very, very wrong here, okay? But with higher learning coming up in the reverse, and then we have, you have learned from an experience, more inner study is now required to further process. I feel like you guys, it's really hard for you guys maybe to believe that you have spirit guides to connect, and even that's okay. This is one of those things of like, I, had to say to myself the other day that faith right now is a choice. Ooh, okay, that cough confirmation. Faith is just a choice. That's it. Okay, so even if it's like really hard to keep it, it's just like once you say, I choose faith, I choose to believe that good things will happen, then you just expect miracles. That doesn't mean that faith is going to be easy all the time. I feel like Kendall was just going crazy just now. It doesn't mean that things are going to be easy all the time. It doesn't mean that things are going to be perfect. It doesn't mean all of a sudden you're going to wake up with the most positive vibration, but it means that you're acknowledging that there are higher forces that are helping you on your spirit team here, okay? And something, I'm hearing the prayer has to be answered. Something has to fall, come true for you. And spirit is saying within the next few days you're getting the answer, you're getting the answered prayer, you're getting the clarity here, you're getting, things are going to shift out of this timeline here. Okay, so you guys are ascending. There will be a time when your faith strengthens, and a part of the receiving miracles is your faith strengthening here. Okay, because a lot of you guys, you're struggling to understand the divine plan. You're wondering if like, is this worth it, is that worth it here? Okay, but spirit is like, it is. Okay, but trust the process, trust the higher plan. 12-12 as I say this here. Okay, so let me go ahead and continue. Thank you, Spirit. All right. I'm hearing release perfectionism, but still post your work. Post your work. Release perfectionism, but post it. Okay, do what works for you. Ooh, this is a lot. Okay, I'm going to start with this. Okay, I'm going to get some messages. I'm going to separate this and get some messages from your higher self versus like your inner child. Very, very sensitive energy in the body. Okay, and then I'm going to split it up. So let's talk to the higher self first. Okay, so we have the third house in the reverse here. Okay, Gemini energy coming up. Ooh, I just felt like something plays out. The third house in the reverse is about a blockage around the throat chakra, a blockage around that connection, around speaking, around attracting people, okay, that will have conversations and communication and wisdom that will ascend you, okay? So a lot of you guys, again, there is, like, you're not really feeling the vibe of conversations here, okay? And you maybe want to know if it's just you, and spirit is like, nah, it's not just you. You're really not feeling this vibe here, okay? Some of you guys, like, there's just a disconnection, maybe even on your social media. Maybe you're not attracting like the people that you want to connect with here. You want to actually talk to the followers, okay, or the platform, okay, the guides here. So we have guided meditation coming up here. I'm actually going to take all of these because I see everything as a reason. Guided meditation. So I feel like spirit is asking you to do a spirit guide meditation. It doesn't have to be long. If you guys can only handle like a 5-minute guided meditation, I think Great Meditation does amazing meditations on here, then do so, okay? Meditating may not be easy right now in this energy. We have take your power back, okay? We have, you have a blessed vibration. So this is in the reverse. It's really, really hard for you guys to see that right now. And we have Reiki. Okay, coming up. So I have a healer's playlist here. You guys can go ahead and email me if you're interested in that, and I can set it. It's unlisted, but there's a bunch of Reiki, divine white Reiki, white light Reiki on YouTube. There also is Reiki Rachel, who does guided meditation with that energy healing in the meditation here. So I feel like they're saying like they want you to see them in terms of like visualize here. We have the media in reverse and forgive yourself. Okay, so some of you guys, there is this energy of like, I'm not telling you to like, let's say I love reality TV. I'm not saying stop watching your favorite reality TV shows. No, but I don't know why I'm picking up like maybe you guys were like forced to watch things, or someone tried to make you, especially with the third house in reverse, it kind of feels like growing up, people did not care about what you cared about. Like, or if you, maybe this is giving like something weird happened with the siblings, the family, or like a family member, but it kind of feels like this sense here of like, I just got a really, really triggering, okay, trigger warning here. This is about father wounds. Some of you guys, it's kind of like, I'm seeing you guys turning off the TV and then going in your room or something like that when your dad came home or something like that, or like not wanting to be in like the main living area. Okay, so there's something about your interest, because there's something with media in the reverse. Spirit actually does want you guys seeking out what you are interested in. So even with the guided meditation and the Reiki, it's either or, whichever one. Okay, I listen to subliminals, but I'm hearing like, watch what you want to watch. Watch what you want to watch here. Follow some of you guys follow people and you don't even realize, or maybe even just like things, like it's like a jerk reaction. And maybe you follow it because it's like society follows it. Maybe you're following like, Shade Room because society follows it. And like, maybe that's something that makes you uncomfortable or you feel obligated. I know the thing with like POC too. I remember like growing up, people would call me an Oreo for liking certain interests and stuff like that. So I felt obligated to like certain things that I didn't, you know what I mean? Or vibe with certain things. And maybe you guys need to like do some self introspection. Maybe you're just like, what have you just gone with the flow in terms of activities, in terms of conversations, in terms of media? Because some of you guys, this is so conditioned that even when you're by yourself, you still have these behaviors. You're still kind of like, oh crap, like there's like a guilt, it's like, damn, if you see a TikTok and someone's like talking about, I'm not saying educate yourself about what, not educate yourself about what's happening in the world. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm seeing like, there was this couple on TikTok that I was really uncomfortable with, okay, because the only topics that they talked about was like abusive. It was like this really weird. And I recognized that I was like, I felt obligated to watch this because this was something that was a representation of what I saw growing up. So it's almost like I felt this guilt again, and I unfollowed it. I actually blocked the page. I, recognized I had a huge wound around blocking. So I definitely feel like there's this energy here of like, also with media, simple things like, for example, like your favorite songs. Like, I feel like Spirit is like, post it. Okay, so let's say like you really like a song, post it on Instagram or put in your like little Instagram thing. Okay, I think there's like the Instagram, I don't know what it is, like a Twitter day, I don't know, like a story headline, like AIM, but do that. Like, post what you want to post with the media coming up here. Okay, if you have a favorite song, if you like something, like there's this energy of Spirit, like the right people will find you. Okay, unfollow what you don't really need to follow. Let's say like you're still following some people from high school or something. You're still following certain people. It's like, yo, like I don't even I don't resonate with you. You didn't even give me the time of day. There were certain people I had to recognize, like, you never gave me the time of day. You never did. You never gave me the time of day. You still don't really like my posts. I feel like there was this energy here where Spirit is like, there has been so much outside energy that has controlled you. And Spirit is trying to get you, okay, to release that. Spirit is trying to get you to release that and come back into yourself here, okay? And then we have forgive yourself coming in here. So I feel like this is really, really emotional because so much of you've abandoned so much of yourself, but it's also because you did not know how else to function. Whatever it is, burp confirmation, whatever it is you guys witnessed growing up, I'm being called to this deck so much, and this is the Ancestor Messages deck. So whatever you guys witnessed growing up was something in your lineage that you were meant to take back your power from, because it was not easy at all. Okay, we have Traveler, move in a new direction. I'm telling you, your ancestors are like, oh, don't worry, you're going to move. And whether it's move energetically or physically, but when I say you're moving out of this timeline or both, whatever it is that these people feel they can access you. Even if they see you, even if they got your number, even if they're following you on social media, when someone is not in the same timeline as you energetically, they cannot reach you. And you are elevating into a new timeline. You are literally timeline jumping, okay, in the next couple of days, in the next few days, that your availability, honey, it's like some people are like, I'm literally seeing them trying to reach you, and it's like, the glass is like, wait, what? Like, I can't reach them. I can't. They're not available. Some people may try to call you for something and you're going to miss the call or something like that. You're not going to be available. We have Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. So I feel like Spirit is saying, don't worry. We got you. Okay, like we're about to... I've been getting this so much we're about to come get you. I'm hearing play shuffle 3 times on your playlist, okay? And we have shaman, trust in higher forces. Yes, I feel like there has been this really wounded warrior energy. I'm seeing also Chiron, a huge Chiron, you operating in that, where it's kind of like you guys are healers, you guys are helpers, you guys are activators in a sense, but you've been healers in this powerless way, okay? You've been healers in a way that you have felt alone on this earth. You have not really felt connected to your spirit, connected to your spirit team. You may pray, but there's a lack of trust in higher forces. And I think it's because of whatever happened growing up, okay, or whatever happened in past lives. Like whatever happened growing up or in past lives, it's like there was a certain point where you guys felt abandoned by God, where you guys felt abandoned by spirit, okay, or something happened. Maybe there was a loss of some kind or something didn't work out. Like something happened where you felt abandoned by God, the universe here. This could even be like anger, you know, in a sense here. Something, and it doesn't feel like, oh, like you were on a goal and it didn't work. No, it kind of feels like some of you guys, a lot of people who may have anger, you know, is people who have just seen so much pain in their lineage. To 12 2 on my clock here, okay? And I'm hearing that God is not, emotions. God is not angry at you for being angry. So like, I know I had a lot of anger from, I explained to someone today that, you know, the street that I grew up on was a street of all POC, okay? So it was a street of buildings, and it was Pakistanis, it was Mexicans, it was you know, some Caribbean people and Haitians on the block that I grew up on. And even talking about this is really, really sensitive here. And the street across, literally across the street, it was like you were in 2 different dimensions. The street across from me was these beautiful Victorian homes. And then later when I learned the history of that area, it did not make it better, because I understood those beautiful Victorian homes. Because my dad used to, like, sometimes we'd walk around and he'd be like, yeah, he wishes they would, like, you know, crush it down. And I never really understood it until I had a little history lesson and understood that, oh, that was actually like a place where they held a lot of slaves. So, you know, but yeah, these really gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful homes. And the only people I ever saw walk out of those homes were white people. And I remember just being so young. And I definitely went through my own, you know, racism challenges growing up. But I remember being so young, like maybe 4 years old, and like having this such a weird energy every single time I came home from school and I had to turn the corner into my block. And then I used to just be like, growing up, I struggled because there was just this awakening awareness. Of course, I believe, obviously, we come into this world with wisdom, you know, and then past life memories and everything. But I just felt like almost crazy sometimes, because I feel like really young, I would try to bring up certain things or try to have conversations with people, or even like honestly in my 20s, which is still, you know, young, but, and there would just be people like, yeah, like not really, you know, or like, oh, you know, like, you know, and I'd be like, but didn't you see? And then I understand. I was like, it's not so much that they're not getting it. It's that this is something that's very difficult for them to process as well. So I was like, okay, you know, and that made me feel even more isolated. And I had a lot of anger with God, with the universe, because even though it was just kind of like, I felt so isolated, I felt like, you know, I didn't have this understanding of how people of color, and I know a lot of people are still feeling this right now, and it's probably worse with what's happening in the world here. It is, you know, in a sense, and it made me very confused. And I got into spirituality and I believed in manifesting, but even now talking about this, this reading is for me as well. There's still a struggle. There's still a struggle, you know, when talking about this here, you know, because it's not like, oh, I learned about manifesting, I learned about certain things and all that went away. It didn't. Especially when these higher things, you know, in the world happen. I have a lot of wisdom. I understand Akashic records. I understand past lives. But even with like understanding sometimes textbook stuff, it gave me a sense of freedom. It's interesting. I'm seeing a firefly. Fireflies could be significant. It gave me a sense of freedom. But like the more responsibilities I had and the more that I had to break down and like release these traumas, it became really, really hard. You know, to confront a lot of these wounds. So a lot of you guys got beef with God. or you got beef with, the universe for the stuff you saw growing up, for, your youth being taken away from you, for you not getting the best chance for life, or you having to clean up or figure out things on your own now, so, and yeah, be on this journey. So, but I'm hearing, spirit is not mad at you for having that, or God isn't mad at you. So you're still doing, it's like you're walking in the energy of like Jesus prophet energy here, but you feel in a way like Jesus, like you're always on the precipice of being crucified. You feel like, there's people out to get you, but you're also trying to protect and heal all these people. And it's like this glorified Jesus story, but at the same time, it's like, ugh, did that really have a happy ending? It didn't. Okay, so you guys feel like you are the savior. All right. We have the moon coming up. Take note of intuitive messages. So there's definitely so much messages. I know right now is the 6/6 portal, and also I think the moon in Gemini. So there definitely is a sense here of you guys feeling, I'm hearing, locked out of heaven in life. I'm going to pull some last messages because this is getting really long, and I hope it all uploads. I hope it all uploads. Let's go ahead. We have comparison as a thief of joy. Okay, coming up from your higher self. And love. Do not compare yourself to other people right now. Do not compare your energy, your work, or anything like that to other people. Do not. Okay, trust yourself. It's interesting because I used to, feel so ashamed with certain things, like the quality of certain things and this and that, until like I had seen some of the best readings I've ever seen, okay, has been handmade cards, okay, as well as, and I think it's a lot of that ancestral true heart. I feel like when people are drawn to do like handmade cards and like, get so many decks and everything, it shows me that they really do love this work. They truly do. It's a big high vibration for them. Not saying like it's fine if people just read with tarot cards, but I feel like, heart chakra opening, you definitely see it. Like you see it in the creativity, you see it in the willingness to like, I don't care what the quality is, I'm still gonna make this, and I really do pray that a lot of people get more recognition, because I think there's so many people of color in this business that it's sad. It's really, really sad. I'm processing a lot of stuff. You gotta F with you. Okay. So you gotta F with you, and you gotta F with your work. Okay. And right now, spirit is guiding you. Your higher self is saying like, yo, you got to do that. And we have commit more to joy, fun, and pleasure. So whatever that means to you right now, whatever access, spirit would not, your higher self would not be telling you this, because I feel like there's so much of like you and this other timeline looking back and like, yo, like there's so much I would tell that version of myself. You could always look back and be like, oh, if I could tell you certain things, like, girl, like, don't talk to that person. Don't worry. Don't litter that thing. Don't, you know what I mean? But everything is, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. But I feel like this message coming out is like, what gives y'all joy right now? What gives y'all pleasure right now in this present moment here? Okay, how can you commit to more joy, fun, and pleasure right now? Okay, so I feel like that's a message coming up for you guys. Okay, and we also have rejection is protection in the reverse here. Okay, so yeah, rejection is protection. I feel like your higher self is saying that you guys there's some people, there's some energies that's rejected you, and it's very, very difficult for you to understand that, but it's something that you will. And with love, I feel like it's saying that you are worthy of love right now. In the body you are, this is emotional, but in the body you are, how you look, you're worthy of love right now. I feel like your higher self is saying, because I do feel love coming in for you guys, and it may not come in exactly in the place where you feel like money is perfect, bills are perfect, your body is perfect, but the person will love you. And I feel like spirit is saying here, or some of you guys are having to learn some lessons about relationships, like anything you do for you, any glow up, anything that you do, the real test of time is that you are doing it just for you. You are not doing it, like the person that truly loves you needs to meet you where you are at, with the problems that you have, with whatever it is. That is true love. Now I'm not saying, oh, okay, spirit, talk about releasing perfectionism here. Okay, we're just doing this raw and real. But I am not saying, all right, that you should, toxicity and all of that, okay? But I am definitely saying, like, in this process of working on yourself, in this process of healing yourself, because with the Reiki and guided meditation, there is this energy here. You're healing. There's a difference. There's people who are not healing, and there's people who are not trying, and people who are actively healing. Love does not need to meet you in this healed perfectionist. I wake up at 5 a.m. I have the most bomb body. I, have the most bomb schedule type of place. Love can meet you where you're at and love you and understand you. And that is the truest, truest, truest love. As long as you continue in a healing vibration and a faith vibration. So I feel like that's something that you guys are getting, because we have stunt at the back of the deck. Maybe this is not a listen, I'm not stunting, I'm not showing out, I'm not exactly where, I want to be right now. But that don't mean that love can't meet me here. Because honestly and truly, true love will heal me faster, okay, and it's a gift from the divine. All right, so I feel like that's something coming out. All right, let's finish this up because this thing moving along. All right, I'm only gonna get a couple from the inner child talk in here because we got to go. I wanted to wash my hair tonight. Let's go ahead and see. This one, I feel like that was a perfect. All right, let's get a couple from the inner child. I'm gonna have to do another inner child separate reading here. Inner child, forgive us. I feel like your inner child, I just see smiling. They got a cute face, but ugly heart. Okay, now I'm hearing back in the day, back in time here. Maybe there's some people around you right now that is a reflection of people that you grew up with or went to school with. Okay, and Spirit is like, remember that lesson. They had a cute face, but they had an ugly heart. Remember that lesson, because maybe some of you guys right now, you're comparing yourself to certain people, body images and stuff, and spirit, and the inner child is like, we've seen this movie before. This could also be lovers. This could be, but this is like people who are like making y'all feel insecure. Okay, we have the first house coming up, so this is saying your inner child is so proud of you. Okay, a cute face could also be like their social media. They're so proud of you because you have ascended so much. You have grown so much. You have literally become the person that your inner child wished to be. Like, they're happy with who you are right now. They literally, like, whatever perfectionist ideals that you guys have, like, they're like, I'm happy, okay? They have money in the reverse. I'm hearing with money in the reverse, don't do things for money, or don't let money change you. So some of you guys, like, let's say like you're doing social media stuff, whatever, maybe you're like, okay, I need to have my platform needs to look a certain way, or this is something I've had to learn, or I need to be posting a certain way or a certain time, or whatever it is, all these strategy planning, and your inner child is like, no, like, you need to learn, just like we've learned in the past. I'm hearing that you will always attract the right thing for you. It makes absolutely no sense, going back to that abundance reading, to attract things that one aren't for you, okay? Because you're not going to be happy. Your vibration is too high. Like, you're not going to be happy. You're going to walk away. Okay, we have weirdo energy in your energy here, okay? So in your energy. So there definitely is a sense here of like, some of you guys have whatever it is you went through. Okay, I'm actually going to pull on this, but whatever it is you went through, when whoever shamed you, whoever conditioned you, you like integrated it, and your inner child is like, get it out. Like, whoever told you something about yourself, whoever made you feel like you weren't enough, whoever projected their insecurities on you, get it out. Get it out of you. Whoever you felt judged. Yeah, we have career, so it's interesting. We have career in the verse and we have money. So this really could have been somebody in y'all's career, in your field. Okay, this could be someone, projecting on you, or again, maybe it's just you guys internalize whatever you were seeing, comparing yourself to people, and you just kind of lost some of yourself, and your inner child's like, yo, get that crap out. We got love blockages in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like with love blockages in the reverse, I'm getting like third party energy, or maybe you guys made up stories in your head about certain things that you didn't really know. Oh, I just almost yelled your ancestors. I just felt it. I'm hearing you made up stories in your head about certain things that you didn't even know the full story about. Like, it wasn't love. That's what I'm hearing. Or maybe something didn't even fully happen. Or, there's definitely a comparison here. We have work on your self-esteem. Work on your self-esteem, babes. I feel like there's some people who told you that self-esteem looks a certain way. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's like when you look at your, work on your self esteem, it means that you're going to be looking a certain way, you're going to be a certain body type, or, like having high self esteem looks like this. I remember I'll never, ooh, this is such a lesson. I had a friend that I was guided to cut off, and my guides were sharing, was like definitely one of these taker energies. It was a Virgo, and it was one of my, and spirit definitely showed her. Okay. It was my roommate in college. And I'll never forget, there was one day that I was going through something with someone and we were texting. And this is someone who used to feel like they could tell me whatever, and I always used to hold back and make so much excuses. And I remember I told her, I was just like, you know what? Yes, this hurt me. And I was saying, but I love myself. Not something that she did, but something that a guy did. I was like, this hurt me, but you know what? I love myself. And I just kept saying, I was like, empowering myself in that moment, just texting her in front of her. And I was like, I love myself. I choose myself and all this stuff. And it literally made her so uncomfortable that I was saying that. And she was like, well, you don't really love yourself, because if you loved yourself, you wouldn't even have to be saying all that. And I'm just like, and then I remember that I actually put up like a bunch of like affirmations on my side of the room. And I had a bunch of affirmations I used to say to myself in the mirror. This was like when I was like just spiritual awakening, like years ago. And that, like, it's interesting because that part's like clicking now. But I recognize, like, in this moment, that was like a moment that my spirit just completely rejected her. Like, even though my mind was like making up so many excuses, it was like my mind was like fighting my spirit. And in that moment, there was just no going back. Like, I told her off and she ended up like moving out, and that was like divinely guided. But it was like the moment that I recognized, oh my God, like, I don't think there's any way that I could live an empowered life and be empowered and be vulnerable in front of this person, and we will ever maintain a friendship. Because that was something like, for my mental health, was so important. Affirmations for that time, that was something that I was using, and I needed it. And I've had that in many different forms. I remember, I'm a big subliminal believer, and these were things I'm doing for myself, for my mental health, my reprogramming. And whenever I would talk about certain self-care, certain self-improvement, or even like, even spirituality, I'm not saying, people got to be complete, but to a degree, like, I would notice there would be some people that would get uncomfortable. And I recognized, I was like, yo, like, no. No, that was like, I had to learn that lesson a couple times in different forms until I finally got it. So I feel like Spirit is saying there's some people who feel like working on yourself should look like one way. You know what I mean? And the way that you're doing it is wrong. Okay. And I'm not saying about them introducing you to things and be like, hey, this would be really cool. Or some people that just kind of don't want you to work on yourself at all. They want you to stay in a vibration of lack because it makes them feel better about themselves. Okay. Or they feel like they're above you. We also have truth coming soon here in the reverse. So I feel like you guys had a lot of downloads about people. Maybe you tried to tell some people the truth about themselves, about something, going on with their life. Like, you tried to be the person and they would reject that, or they would shame you for it and make you feel bad for it. Okay, so you guys like stop speaking up and telling the truth. Okay, you stop doing that. And Spirit is like, yeah, no. No. Okay. No. I'm just hearing no. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. It's interesting I said continue. I did not mean to say continue, but I know that Spirit was like, all right, I'm gonna pull some of these cards because I could feel them, and they're like, oh, you're not ending this until. You're not ending this until. Okay, so I have to. Let's get some last message here, Spirit, because I would like to go wash my hair. Don't chase, embody, and believe. Do not chase love. Do not do anything for anybody else except yourself. Embody, love, and believe. Do not chase. I'm also hearing, cause if you love someone, you just don't treat them bad. Da, 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 da. I don't know if you guys know that song, if you guys remember what that song is, but I feel like that's your divine counterpart, the divine masculine energy right now. We have happiness and positivity take work. So Spirit is like, give yourself a break. This is something that I had to learn, that even if, like, for example, there was a time when I was like fully into self-work and I felt like things moved so fast, and I'm still going to do a reading on this thing. I felt like it worked. It was like during 2020, I was like, what was it? Like, I felt like certain things worked so fast. And now I'm like super committing to self work again, and I feel like it's so much harder to do. And I'm just like, did I, completely go backwards? Am I not, like, what is wrong? And then Spirit was just like, it's just taking work. It takes time. It takes time. So with happiness and positivity, it's like, don't give up on healing work. Don't give up on, whatever it is that, may shift things for you guys, because you're not getting results right away. It takes time. The answer will come. There is a rhyme and a reason that you're being guided to watch this, because this is a part of y'all soul work. Okay, so yeah, really hoping this uploads. Splitting the deck. Ooh, interesting. I'm seeing the Tower. You guys are in the Tower. We've seen the Queen of Cups in the reverse here. Okay, this doesn't look, I feel like with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, this is a part of you that's breaking off. You see how the Tower is like breaking apart? Like, you are in a foundation that's breaking apart, that's meant to break apart. You guys are gonna rebirth, and I literally see, like, I see your higher self looking back at you and winking like, oh, we ended up more than okay, and honey, did we learn? And are we not doing the same things we used to do and responding the same way we used to? Okay, it's clipped, it's done. Okay, I love y'all. See you in the next video.